Good morning. Okay, I'm going to get started this morning because my Wi-Fi is playing all sorts of tricks and I haven't been live since Monday. Good morning, everybody, and I just want to get this out of the way before the internet goes a little bit crazy. Hey, everybody, great to see so many on this morning. So this morning I want to talk to you about how to reduce overwhelm by focusing on what really matters right now. And, you know, a lot of the times, hey, Jen, a lot of times you'll hear people talking about, you know, their kids are really important to them, or growing their business is really important to them, or their health is really important to them, or travel is really important to them, but they actually don't make those things a priority. So sometimes, you know, we really need to get honest with ourselves. Hey, Sarah, and work out what are we saying, and then are we actually backing this up with action of any sort? Because a lot of the time you'll find that you might be saying over and over and over again that something's really important to you, but if you're not getting any results in that area of your life, then what that means is you're not actually taking action and moving towards those things. So it's really a matter of knowing what your priorities are and then being honest with yourself about how committed you are to those things. You know, don't say that you're going to make those things a priority and then don't do anything and then complain about the fact that you're not getting anywhere. You've really got to make a concerted effort to be able to do that. So it's really, as I say, getting clear on those priorities. What are your priorities right now? And then it's the same thing in business. You know, when you ask what your first priority is, you know, most people will say making money, but it's not always making money. Sometimes it's other things. Sometimes it's alignment stuff that needs to take place. Sometimes it's just, you know, you've got a workload of a lot of coaching clients that week and you can't be focused on money making stuff because you've got a really fully booked week and you need to just give yourself over to being in the moment and doing a really good job and coaching your clients in that time. So priority, you know, making sure that you're clear and having strong priorities with any area of your life and then backing that up with action is the only way you're going to get there. So really important to be clear on all of that stuff. With the business stuff particularly, it's important to know where you're at right now and then what is it that you most need to achieve right now. So for me, I've got events coming up next month around Australia and then the following month in the US. And so my focus over the last week or two has been just getting ourselves ready for that. We've got some people putting together sales pages and stuff like that for us. And that's been a big priority. I needed to get that done because we had a deadline to be able to start our ads running, I think on Monday or something like that. So my priority hasn't been showing up live every day. It hasn't been blogging every day. It's just been moving the mountain of work that was required to get that done. And then next week I have a freer week because all of that stuff's out of the way. Right now my training is a focus. I'm training a couple of times a day. You know, for many years, my training has been really, really important to me since, you know, as long as I can remember. And you know, over the last, I don't know, a little while, off and on for probably 12 months, it's dropped a little bit. You know, the intensity isn't there, the training intensity hasn't been there. It's been there in bits, but not overall. And the focus and me feeling like an athlete just hasn't been there. So there's a lack of alignment issue there for me. So it was just a matter of, this needs to be a priority, so let's just make it a priority. And the thing that I guess was getting in the way of that is I'm always in my workout gear, you know, and it's the art of kicking ass elegantly, and I'm not supposed to always be in my workout gear. But the priority for me right now is to get myself back into the groove as far as training a couple of times a day, feeling like an athlete, because that's who I am at my core. And so, you know, I'm just going to have to show up in workout gear. That's just the way that it is. But it's making the things that are a priority. So I'm going to invite you to do that and think about that over the weekend. It's Friday here in Australia, but be thinking about that over the weekend. What are your priorities right now? You know, what do you say are the priorities for you? What are you saying are the most important things for you? And then be really honest with yourself and asking yourself, well, if these are really important to me, if I look at the time spent over the course of a week, if this is my priority, how much time am I actually spending on that? And if it doesn't match up, then it's time to make some change and make sure that you put some actions behind your words and just do what you need to do, because you know, the discomfort of having to physically do the things that you need to do hey Krista, might be uncomfortable, but it's far more uncomfortable, you know, living in that space of, oh, I need to get that done, I should have got that done, I'm really stressed that this is a priority but I'm not getting to it. So it's far better to just do it, focus on the things that are important to you right now, make them the priority, do whatever it takes, and then, you know, it'll take care of itself. And then the rest, you know, all those other things that are supposed to fit in around, you know, life and work and all that sort of stuff, that'll fall in so long as you're taking care of what's your biggest priority right now. So yeah, I want to invite you to think about what is your greatest priority in business, and also what's your greatest priority outside of business. And then make sure that you shift things around so that they are the things that you tackle first. They're the things that have the priority, and then everything else will fall into place. All right, guys, have an amazing weekend. I'm about to go grab a coffee and then I'm off to the gym and for the first session today, then I'll be back later. But have an amazing day, and I'll be back next week. Bye.